I really hope your voice is in that, because that'd be an awkward start.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
Oh god.
What I'm beginning to suspect it is I think somehow your mic is picking up my voice through the headphones or whatever.
It's gotta be, cause my
That's
voice is
what I
still
mean.
in the my
Yeah,
voice
so
is
you
still
got
in
it. What you would have to do is turn your mic off as well. Like,
Alright, hold off for a second. I wanna. Really hope.
how many times do we have to hear your dumb laughter?
Well, I had to,
Confirm whether or not my
yeah.
comment about made it
Yeah,
into the.
yeah. Yeah, no, it didn't. It didn't. Luckily.
I mean, what hardly had been unexpected of me, anybody that watches it knowing who I am,
Yeah.
wouldn't have found that the least bit. Wouldn't have phased them in the least bit.
That would have been a hilarious intro, though. It's just
I
like
wouldn't
that.
have minded it.
It's just like that joke in Helsinger Bridge, the second one, where they hop off the bus, and the one Valentine brother was like, and so halfway through hold on, and so halfway through blowing me, the fucking hooker OD's on heroin. I'd be like that. It's just a random interrupted story that picks up at the wrong possible time.
Yeah, those are great, aren't they?
They are
Making Nuggy Snuggy.
interesting.
Mario Killer. Daddy Myers.
So I've been fortunate enough to not have any sweaty
Survivor Friend Squads.
Yeah. Well, I had one. With a rank one.
Well, we'll see how things go now.
With a rank one Claudette that had the I forget what the perk's called, but whenever they jump out of the lockers.
Oh, head on.
Yeah, head on. Yeah, I had.
Yeah, a lot of people are bringing head on now because again, that fucking stun the killer challenge.
Yeah, and it really it got to annoying me earlier.
I had one person. It was in that Leatherface video where the one that I described as very satisfying for killers who get griefed by survivors. I literally had one that literally just kept hopping in and out of lockers the whole game because she wanted me to find her because she wanted to hit me with it, but it didn't really quite work out the way she wanted. I can promise you that.
Yeah, I ran into somebody who was using it last night actually. Actually, it might have been when I was streaming, or it might have been before. I can't remember. But there's a couple times where people were running it, and I would bait them because I just assume that if I'm chasing you or if I'm around you and you hop into a locker, I'm just gonna assume you're running heads on. So like
No, not heads on, head on.
Whatever, head on. You know, I'll walk up to it a little bit, and then to like back off really quick, like just out of reach.
That's a good strategy too. Now, what you got to do is you got to keep in mind, they have to stay in the locker for 3 seconds for it to actually work. So if they just hop in the locker and you're like just a few feet away from them, you'll have plenty of time to hop in and dig them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so bear that in mind. Like, baiting them out is fun. It is. It's great to, like, stand just barely out of range and they try the damnedest. Because another cool thing is, when they use that, it gives them the exhausting status effect, so they can't do things like dead hard or bounce on enemy after they do that. So it is great to bait it. But, you know, just so you know, if you ever want to save time, you just gotta dig them out before 3 seconds.
I feel you.
Anyway, let's see what we got here. This match.
There you are.
So do you feel like you'll still be bringing Pop goes the weasel after they nerf that to 45 seconds.
Probably, yeah. Because I'm usually pretty good about getting on it quickly. Yeah, that was stupid.
Hey man, you know, you tried.
Yeah, but that was a wasted attempt, honestly.
It was, but it showed remnants of, you know, the old Rex. The one that I described as being fun to watch. You know, so there's that.
Oh, you're running heads on.
Head on, as
Whatever.
in tackling your problems head on. Like who said head? Who says heads on?
Joe Mama. What the frack?
Damn, you just ran past somebody who cleansed it old totem.
Yeah. You know, right when I say something about not having any sweaty survive with friends, these guys start to seem pretty sweaty. Where you
Hey,
at?
that's the curse of having a rank. I'm a rank 2 now in your lobby. Don't you just love it when fucking people are right by the hook, so you just fucking, as soon as you turn your back, they got them?
I knew it was there, but I just didn't expect him to be on it so damn quickly.
This is literally a sweat squad.
Oh my god, yeah.
Look at them trying to hit you with head on. Like, they're literally trying to take you past lockers with people in them so that they can bait you into getting hit with head on. This is literally like we were talking about yesterday about how these challenges are encouraging this behavior and people who already didn't need much incentive to do this.
Yeah. Alright, well, I hate to do it because it's crummy, but I am going to never mind.
You were going to never mind. Cool.
Yeah. I was gonna say I was gonna camp the fuck out of these two hooks, and then that guy was off the hook almost immediately. Again.
I mean, there was no way they were going to leave him on there for long.
Aw, you fucking bitch.
I haven't played as a survivor by myself in a couple of days because the last time I did, 3 matches in a row where I got killed in 2 hooks. And then the 4th match, I didn't die in 2 hooks simply because they fucking... all 3 of them just left with me still on the hook. Even though I came back to save the dude. I came back to save someone and then all 3 of them were like, fuck you, dude. So yeah, my survivor experience has been pretty shitty lately. Well, it's easier to get points if you're playing killer anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we can tell who the weakest survivor on the team is. Damn, how hard did this dude crawl?
Yeah, really. Oh.
Alright, when you hook this guy, see if you can't come back to that gen to kick it.
Yep. Already on it.
Alright, so even with 2 gens left, you've already put yourself in a very winnable position in the fact that a team of 3 is so much easier to deal with than a team of 4.
Yeah, but I only got the weakest link out of the picture at the moment.
Actually, I think the Nia is the weakest. The fact that she was just hiding behind a barrel, hoping you wouldn't see her, and then got knocked down very quickly after because she was in a photo shot.
Well, that's fair. Oh.
Plus, you still got 2 people injured, so there's 2 people who will go down in 1 hit and get hooked already. Alright, they should be grouping back up to heal before they tackle the gens again.
Yeah, one of them already healed. Both of them have healed now.
Because they were in a very weak position, so they really needed to heal.
What the fuck? Okay.
It's great how they got your ruin, but they didn't get your high grounds. Damn, if you could have snatched that dude.
Right? Oh, that was just a bad lunge. Fucking dead hard? There we go.
He didn't even dead hard.
No?
No,
Okay.
that was just another bad lunge. Like all he did was like turn slightly to the right. He didn't even get a little speed boost off of it.
Gotcha.
I guess since he went slightly sideways, your fucking blade just went like perpendicular to his back.
Oh,
Shouldn't
you fucking... Fuck all you guys. You guys are fucking toxic ass bitches. That really pisses me off. Really grinds my gears.
You had him. You really did. I don't
I
know.
had them dead to rights.
You really did. You had them in a really good choke point. To be perfectly honest with you.
What the shit? Oh, of course. Of course. Fucking bullshit. Toxic. Red rank.
Again, despite that, you 100% could have gotten them.
This game is fucking bullshit. I'm so annoyed by that match. I need another. And I'm bringing Amori, because now I'm angry.
That's how the vicious cycle goes, unfortunately.
I'm slowly turning into a killer main.
Only you turn into a good one.
That is true. That that would solve half of my problems with this game. I wouldn't have to worry about toxic red ranks because then you know I'd be good enough to take care of them.
Exactly.
Right.
Who's the killer you consider yourself the best with, Freddy?
Yeah, I guess. Actually, no, we're gonna do Father's Glasses. I'm definitely wasting this. While we're waiting.
You just want to see her cool ass Mori animation, don't you?
I do. And I need to get revenge on that last match.
So is hers the coolest in your opinion right now that you've seen?
No. Hold on, no. We got two sweatered up bills.
I mean, again, keep in mind, Bill only literally has two options for a top.
I know, but I've noticed more often than not, the sweatered up Bill is typically a toxic player, just like your Nia with the mask.
No, Meg.
Meg with the mask.
No, but that's the difference. A Bill with a sweater, I've run into some garbage Bills with sweaters, especially since the sweaters are free. I think. I'm pretty sure.
I have
sweaters.
the same group. Third time's the charm.
I mean, dude, I've noticed having the PlayStation thing on, exclusivity thing on, kind of has you running into the same small pool of people. I mean, you're running a Mori anyway. Don't dodge them if you get them again.
I do what I want. This is my channel.
I mean, but that's a good point, though, I think, right? You're bringing a Mori and you're here like, oh, two Bills.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Me with a Mori doesn't make a whole lot of a difference because, again, I'm not a great killer.
That's the thing, though. Look how well you did in the last game. You genuinely had these people. And if you had a Mori, it actually would have been over for them. They wouldn't have gotten that far. They would have been fucking good.
Alright, let's see. It also is like, what's the word? It's also concerning, at least for me, whenever I don't see players with equipment in their hands.
I wouldn't read too much into that. They like the reason personally. I try not to bring too many items because with how powerful Franklin's demise is nowadays, people mostly just don't bring items in order to kind of avoid that in the first place. They'd rather take their chances with like finding an item.
Yeah.
So I'm not too worried about that. So I would recommend you just continue to be worried about the normal things, keys and maps.
So I bumped into, well, I didn't necessarily bump into, but I was driving down the road heading back to my apartment, and I saw an old friend along, like walking her dog along the street, and so I texted her, and we haven't talked in probably a year or so, and it's funny just because I forgot that she moved up here, and apparently she lives just down the street, so
Wow.
I'm glad that I'm finding people I know that actually are pretty close to where I live now.
Should make the transition a little easier, I think.
Yeah, a dude I went to high school with and I played soccer with also just moved up here and lives just around the corner.
Seems like people from West Virginia don't ever seem to move very far, huh?
Yeah. That's because cost of living in West Virginia is a lot better, and I mean, you know, I'm living in Virginia now. All of the people I've mentioned are living in Virginia now, but you know, it's that option to rent in Virginia and then you know, buy a house in West Virginia later on. I guess that's the mentality.
I mean, if you're used to already living in West Virginia, I mean, as you can see, for example, people like Alicia, Antoine, and even myself, we're not like thrilled by the notion of living in West Virginia.
Yeah. I mean, it's a nice place. There's not a
I mean, I
whole
hope you
lot
don't
to
take
do.
offense from it.
No, of course not.
Like, I'm a little more open-minded to it. Like, they seem to see it as kind of like a hard no. I don't see it as a hard no. I see it as like, I see it as like, I was actually waiting for my stream self to catch up to me before I continued to speak.
But effective.
I don't see it as a hard no. I see it as different, but not necessarily a bad thing. Because like I have my own particular interests in living in the countryside, and I'm sure not every spot in Virginia is country.
No, it's pretty much all country, even the cities. There we go.
See if you can get some slugging done. There's still so much haunted grounds time left.
I'm definitely gonna do that. Alright.
Yeah, so like I said, I hope you don't find this like offensive or anything, because like, you know, it's your home state and all.
Nope, I'm cool.
It does bother me a little bit. It does bother me a little bit that for them it's such a hard no, that they don't really seem to even be open to the idea, which I was actually making a case for it with them.
I am totally understanding of the idea because all things considering, I mean, West Virginia is seen as a pretty racist place, and I mean, it can be, but it's, I mean, honestly, like anywhere else. Like, anywhere can be racist.
Anywhere's got its not great areas.
Exactly.
Like Alabama is definitely seen as that kind of state, but from what I experienced in Mobile, it was very. And now, who knows how much of that is because at first glance I appeared to be a white person, but It was very, very quaint. Very had a very. I felt a lot of that southern hospitality.
Yeah.
People were so nice to me. Like it's really something I wasn't used to. Like complete strangers were like acting as if I was their neighbor, like as nice to me as if I was like their neighbor.
That's how West Virginia can be too.
I mean, yeah, you told me about the mechanic who refused to not take a handshake.
Huh?
Yeah, you told me about like some mechanic dude who like would not allow you to not shake his hand. Like you had to shake his hand.
I don't recall this.
You don't recall telling me a story about a mechanic who insisted you shook his hand?
Nope.
Oh, you've got some grandpa memory right there.
I absolutely do. Oh, he
Does
DC'd.
this story even sound remotely something that happened to you?
Not even remotely.
Maybe it wasn't a mechanic then, but some dude was like really. Anyway.
Where the hell did this Dwight go? I got distracted by your story and I lost him.
You got distracted by your story.
Well, I got distracted by the story that I don't have any recollection of.
I mean, to be fair, you're in a very, very advantageous position, so I wouldn't be too worried.
I am annoyed that people are DCing though, like, again, you know how I feel about that. I think, regardless of whether the killer has a Mori or not, I mean, you're playing the game, come on, like, you're only fucking yourself by DCing.
You give the killer more points by DC.
Exactly, like, you give the killer more points. What, like, how are you punishing the killer by DCing? Like,
hey, if you recall that Legion, I was saying to just die on the first took. I was not suggesting you DC.
Exactly, like, that's totally different. And understandable.
Hey, you weren't very understanding about it at the time.
Well, that's because I thought we could pull it off. And yeah, we were in a very good position to pull that one off, and so that's why I was not as understanding at the time.
I had no faith in our team. I mean, look at how utterly confused Antoine was.
Another DC.
I don't know if you remember how utterly confused Antoine was when I guess that was his first time experiencing the pallet breaking perk.
I mean, I guess I get it to an extent, you know, DCing when a killer's got a Mori, you're making them waste a Mori, but...
No, I mean, again, like, my point is not to DC. DC gives them more points. If we had died on first hook, that dude probably would have lost his rank if anything.
Yeah. These guys are definitely getting reported for that stupid shit though, because I don't put up with DCing. It's bullshit. Rage quitting. There we go. Unsportsmanlike. 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 You genuinely good fucking job. You stuck around and found the fucking hatch. So.
How much you want to bet that person wouldn't have?
I guarantee that person would have fucking DC'd also. I mean, they've got to be a survive with friends, because they just, for 2 people to DC in a game because of Mori, sure. For 3 people to DC because of a Mori, and then the other person is right on top of the hatch.
I mean,
no,
that's
100% planned. Like that.
Well, no. I will say this: since you were gonna Mori him, right? Were you gonna hook him or Mori?
Mori.
Then that dude was safe no matter what, because the Mori animation, there's no
no, my bad. I would have had a hook rip set. I didn't hook him at all.
Now it's to delay the hatch opening, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, then that might have been why he DC'd. Because maybe he noticed you were picking him up.
Oh, no, sorry, the last guy, the one who didn't escape, you're saying?
Yeah, the guy that...
Oh, yeah,
the
he was going to get Mori'd, yes.
All right, then yeah, then that dude would escape no matter what, because there's no delay between the end of Amori and the hatch opening.
Well, I mean, that's fair, but still, it's still likely that these three were at least in cahoots together, the three that DC'd. And
I will say this is the thing that I was going to say, John. When somebody DCs, especially so early, that tends to create a ripple effect of more DCs. So like as soon as that first dude DC, that kind of leads, not always, but that tends to kind of influence people to just all DC.
yeah, well, either way, DCing is bullshit, and it should
I agree.
genuinely have
If you don't
harsher
want to be part of the
punishments.
match, just die on the fucking hook.
If you don't want to be part of the match, don't fucking play. Like, that's essentially like playing Monopoly and then getting pissed off after the first round and flipping the fucking table and saying, fuck you guys, I hate you all, we're not even friends anymore. Like, what? I mean, Monopoly does that to people, but I mean, it's not right. Yeah, I hope it's not first round. Although I could understand if someone's, mashing the triangle button and then gets cucked into buying
Yeah,
something
but
way
who
overpriced.
who auctions in the first round? Who doesn't
Yeah,
just
no,
buy?
no, that's true. That's fair.
There's a lot of plot holes in this theory of yours, Rex.
Dude,
And this exactly.
I was putting that up as an paying homage to a funny time when we were playing Monopoly, and I fat fingered it. Okay, that's what that was. You don't gotta tear it apart and be like, oh, you know, you're this idea is stupid. You wouldn't do that on the first. I know you wouldn't fucking do it on the first round, Kevin. I know I wouldn't. But here's the
I'm
thing.
not
It was
saying
for
your
a joke.
ideas. I'm not saying your idea is stupid.
Kevin, I'm sick of you. I'm sick of your shit.
I'm not saying your idea is stupid. I'm saying you're stupid.
Okay, well, that's fair. I am stupid. Okay? But, either way. The point being, DCing in this game or any game, rage quitting, it's tiny peepee move. You is un bitch. You are suka, as our brothers in Russia, our comrades in Russia would say. You're suka.
I agree in terms of public games because you just give the killer more points.
Private games too. I mean, especially with your friends. Like, you're really being a bitch. Like, if you're in the middle of a match and you're like, you know what? Nah, man, I'm not feeling Kevin this match. I'ma just quit the game. Like, that's a mega bitch move.
I've never done that in the middle of a match.
Yeah, I mean, you still shouldn't have done it at the end of that one. No, that was still kind of bullshit. I mean, it was funny because of the circumstances, but it was still like, come on.
The one with you or the one with Byron?
The one with me, because that one was really bullshit. You were just super salty on that one.
Byron literally just fucking called me to my death right there.
Yeah.
Like, I got what he was doing, but I didn't really want to stand there and say, Byron, like, if you're calling me to the hatch, you're kind of screwing me over here.
Yeah.
In the very off chance that you somehow also went catching on to that, is why I didn't say that before.
No, I got it. I could tell. Like,
I know you did.
You're usually a good sport with that, and I could tell you weren't necessarily pissed off the way how the match was going due to my killing. You were
I wasn't
pissed
bothered
off
by you at all.
Yeah, you were pissed off by the way teammates
that was
were.
Byron.
Yeah, with the way teammates were acting. Yeah. But either way.
Yeah, and even in the second one where I did it with Byron, that was also more about like I was giving you guys everything. I was running Byron so damn well against that Huntress. And then apparently you guys were like hopping in that a lot, and I was like, well, I'm an idiot. But genuinely, I don't know if you'll believe it or not, but genuinely, I really did DC right at the end there. Against Byron, so that the hatch would open up instantly, so she could hopefully find it, which I don't think she did.
Yeah, no.
Which I'm not surprised, but I wanted to give her the best chance possible, because she tends to kind of panic right at the end like that.
Yeah. I mean, it happens. But, alright, well, that's the end of it for the stream for tonight.
Oh, that was 30 minutes, wasn't it?
That was a little bit more than 30 minutes.